you've predicted also something here that I found very interesting, and that's about the 6-seater option and the 5-seater option. Because initially the Cybertruck should have got 6 seats, and I was super pumped about this feature because I love it to have 3 people on the front row. But of course, for also the European market, this thing has to be a little bit smaller. And I hope still, we can talk about this maybe at the end if this comes out from Europe. So hold your horses. Maybe somebody down in the comments, please write if do you think that this will come out internationally, especially in Europe or in New Zealand, for example, or Australia? This will be very interesting for me to see if how you think it, and also when the release date of the Cybertruck is. So please write it down below into the comments, and because I'm super curious about the people's opinion on this. And yeah, but you've said here, and it was confirmed that it's just gonna get 5 seats, not 6, sadly. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's only going to get 5 seats. I was told this from the team back in March. When I posted that, a lot of people didn't believe me or said it was wrong or said a 6-seat would be an option. But obviously, Tesla has confirmed, in their latest quarterly report that it will just have 5 seats. A little disappointing for some people. I definitely would have preferred 6 seats. But, if you look at the F-150, the F-150 offers a 6-seat configuration, and basically nobody orders it. You get a lot of complaints about, some feature that the Cybertruck won't have, like a folding midgate, like the 6-seat, but or like a 8-foot bed. But those are the kind of things that truck buyers don't actually buy. If you look at the F-150, the vast majority of their vehicles are their Super Crew short bed. So that's 4 full-size doors and a 5.5-foot bed. That's the way, over half of all F-150s are built. So these other features that would be nice to have, really aren't going to impact its sales, especially in the first, 3-4 years.
Yeah, interesting. And of course, yeah, the pass-through thing with the Cybertruck was also a feature, like you said, that. Yeah, I've already also seen like people complaining about the stuff, but it will. I mean, we will see how it's going to be adopted, but I think it won't impact any sales if this feature is not there. So yeah, but also you've said something or predicted here about the pricing, because we've heard that Ford also. With the pricing, they're going up and down, and it's still very high actually. And Elon commented on this, so maybe you can just tell the audience what was up there and how you are predicting the Cybertruck pricing and everything.
Yeah. So with the Cybertruck, when it was unveiled several years ago, they said there was going to be 3 versions: a single, dual, and tri-motor. And the prices would start at, $39,000, $49,000, and $69,000. So I'm predicting there will only be a dual motor and a tri-motor. About a year and a half ago, Elon said that there was no longer going to be a tri-motor, there'd be a quad motor, and that would be the first version released. But I actually think they have scrapped the quad motor and they're going back to a tri-motor. It will have a similar powertrain to the Plaid Model S and Model X, where it's a single, high efficiency wound motor in the front. Dual hairpin motors in the rear. And the pricing, I'm predicting the dual will be, $59,900, and the tri will be, $79,900 or just under $80,000 to take advantage of the federal tax credit we have here in the US. So these prices are about $10,000 more than the reveal price. But, every other vehicle has every other truck kind of in this range has increased in price far more than that. So if you look at an F-150 Raptor, which was, Ford did a lot of comparisons to that when the Cybertruck was unveiled, or the prototype was unveiled. The Raptor at the time of the unveiling started at about $45,000 for the Super Cab version, and I think $48,000 or $49,000 for the Super Crew, 4-door version, and went up to a maximum of about $69,000, $70,000. Now the Raptor starts at around $70,000 and goes up to like over $110,000. So truck prices have gone way up since the unveiling. I think the Cybertruck will be worth much more than the sales price on the secondary
Mhm.
markets. But I think Tesla is not going to try and kind of capture the current value. I think they'll want to announce the pricing is pretty low, especially if it's low volume. If they're not selling a ton of these, it doesn't really impact their financials if they sell the top tier trim for 79,000 versus say $110,000. They would
Mhm.
still sell the same amount of vehicles, regardless of that price difference for the first 6 months or year. But it won't look great from a PR standpoint of kind of capturing that higher kind of market price, you could say.
Mhm. Yeah, makes sense. Sounds plausible to me. Of course, I hope that the price will be even lower, but I think it's a reasonable price for what you get, and this is pretty much unprecedented. But one question I have, because for me, the Cybertruck, of course, also ties into their new vehicle platform, and those are utility vehicles. And they've also talked about the Tesla van. I call it the Cyber van, of course, because I think it's going to be more in the Cybertruck design, and I hope it will be. But how do you see? I mean, this is very much speculation territory, of course. But what's your opinion, maybe on this? Maybe you can share with the audience that how this could affect, or how should a van be priced in that category? If you're just playing around with
Yeah.
some numbers, maybe. So
Yeah,
how
I
do you
mean,
think?
we've seen the slide showing the next gen platform is going to be two
Hmm.
vehicles, or at least two vehicles. One of them the robo taxi, and one of them a larger vehicle that looks like a van or a bus shape. The robo taxi may also be the lower price kind of $25,000 model that we've heard about for years. We know these vehicles. The robo taxi will need to be a very durable and robust vehicle.
Yeah,
It's going to be treated like a taxi. I don't know if you've ever been
yeah,
inside a 10-year-old
yeah.
taxi in New York, but they are beat to hell. So, it will need to be very durable. Having this stainless steel doors, not having to deal with paint or door dings, I think will be perfect for that type of
Hmm.
vehicle. The interior could be even, more robust. It could have a rubber floor that could be hosed out, like an
Yeah,
off-road truck or a Jeep or something like
that
that.
makes sense. Yeah.
So we could see that with a van. If Tesla wants to go after the Mercedes Sprinter
Hmm.
market, the Ford Transit market, it's not a massive market, but I think Tesla could basically own that entire market because the people purchasing those vehicles are making economical decisions. They're buying a vehicle that
True.
meets all of their requirements and will have the lowest cost of ownership. And of course, a Tesla EV van will cost less per mile than probably any other vehicle
Hmm.
that someone could purchase. And because of the EV platform not having to take up a lot of room for an engine and transmission and drivetrain, you could actually, for the same, to get the same amount of storage space, you could actually have a smaller vehicle.
Hmm.
Or for obviously the same size, you could have more storage space. So yeah, I think it will be very popular. I imagine a van would if you look at all of Tesla's vehicles now, they're kind of priced the same as an ICE vehicle in the same
Hmm.
category.
Yeah.
So, a Model 3 to purchase it, might be more than a Toyota Corolla or Toyota Camry, but it's less than what's called a near luxury vehicle. So it's going to be
Hmm.
lower priced than like a Lexus or a
Yeah.
BMW or something of that same kind of category. Same thing with the Model S and the Model X. They're cheaper than
Hmm.
luxury SUVs and cars of that size. The Cybertruck, if it comes in at the prices that I'm projecting, it's going to
Hmm.
be less expensive than an equivalent, off-road capable, high-end, Ford F-150 by quite
Hmm.
considerably. So imagine a van would come in at, around the same price as the purchase
Hmm.
price of an ICE van, but
Hmm.
the cost of ownership will be far lower.